Well, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Oh, Slippy had a wonderful birthday. Yes, she's having fun still. Yes, it's been a busy weekend. We got Hazel is right outside the window with Jerry and Barbara and now George. And Slippy's gonna dig a hole behind our silver play button. Yes. Slippy, where are you going? Oh, you're goofy. Yep. Come here, Slippy. Hey. Okay. Slippy. Slippy's exploring. And she's going to get in a lot of trouble up there. So we'll just let her down on the floor. Yes. George, what do you say, buddy? We got blue skies and a beautiful clear sunshine this morning, George. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful day, buddy. Yes. Everybody enjoyed the video of Lovey Duck George last night. Yes. And I've got people that want me to make a video of our sweet Jerry following Daddy. Yes. Good morning, Jerry. We're so happy you stayed with us last night. I was thinking the Musketeers would not have been the same without her, and I would not have gotten any sleep last night. Yes. It's family. And these guys would miss each other. Yes, if one of the Stooges was missing, the other two would be heartbroken. And George is doing a big bird. Thank you, George. Anyway, the fish are happy, happy, happy. The snails and everything else in there are happy. Yes, but the work, I've already run around it with a net once this morning, and it's going to be an ongoing thing for the rest of the fall here. All those leaves up there are going to turn, and they're going to drop in the wind, and they're going to be trying to sink to the bottom of the pond. And it's going to be a full-time job keeping them out of there. Yep. Well, I was going to explain something. The bubbler is right now in the deepest part of the pond. It's going to get moved right up here where you see the water popping up, where the filters are. That's about 3 feet of water right there. Right now it's in almost 7 feet of water. It is recommended that you move the bubbler up into something about 1.5 feet or 2 feet of water at winter to keep the ice melted. But this is Wisconsin and our ice gets 2 feet thick, so I'm going to put that bubbler at about 3 feet deep right there where that water fountain is shooting up. That will make a hole right at the end of the dock where maintenance is going to be easier, so I don't have to walk out in the middle of hazards to service anything. I can do it from right there on the dock. Yeah, and that'll be convenient. Everything's going to be underneath the dock. I will be shoveling paths from the dock all the way up to the house, and from the house over to the chicken coop. It won't be a problem finding out where everything's at. There'll be paths going everywhere. Yeah, George. Anyway, we have blue skies and sunshine, and I just wanted to show you something. Oh, buddy. Yes. This is a Honeycrisp apple tree. Yes, Jerry. And the apples on this thing are enormous. That's bigger than store-bought apples. Oh, by a long shot. Look at this. That's a beauty. Yeah. There you go, folks. Yum, yum. Little baby trees making great big old apples. Oh, dearie. And the cactus is doing just fine, and Hazel's going to scratch herself on it. Yeah. The little cactus we transplanted is doing just fine, too. George, what do you say, buddy? Now, I'm walking out here in the front to show you something. Oh, my goodness, folks. I was talking to Eva this morning with George. See the flagpole? Yes. And right up on top is a George wearing a George neck sweater. Yep. Yeah. That is a tap handle from a Goosehead beer that was sent to us by a fan. But the pole itself was sent to us by Eva. Long before she ever met us, we had moved from the river house to the Blue Lagoon, and all my flagpoles stayed at the river house. And so Eva sent us that one. Yes, and it's been moved from the Blue Lagoon to here when I moved. Yeah. Now, while we were talking to Mommy this morning, she reminded me of the date. Folks, the ordeal for Eva to come visit us here in America happened almost exactly 3 years ago. During the pandemic, there was no travel allowed between Germany and the U.S. Different hot spots in Europe were not allowed to travel to the U.S. because of COVID and flight restrictions and all that. But she found a loophole. She was able to fly from Germany to Croatia. She had to document her stay in Croatia for 2 weeks. She had to take COVID tests before she left Germany and entered Croatia. But then she had to take another COVID test before she could fly from Croatia to the U.S. And she had to pass those COVID tests before she could make the next step. That's how she arrived here October the 4th, 3 years ago. Yes, we had been communicating online for over a year already, but it was George got to meet his mommy 3 years ago this October 4th. Yes, we drove down to Minneapolis Airport and picked her up. Yep. That was new for her, new for us. Yep, anyway, she reminded me that this time, 3 years ago, she was preparing to leave for Croatia. And that was a heck of an ordeal that she had to do to come to America. And it's a bigger ordeal to get her back. It's been almost a year and a half since we saw her. And it's looking like it'll be this time next year before we get her back. Thank you for all your thoughts and prayers for us. And yeah, it's an ordeal we cannot control. Immigration does its own thing. They don't answer to anybody, and they won't answer any questions from us. Yeah. So, for staying 3 hours too long on her last trip, she's got to stay away from us for over 2 years. That doesn't make sense, but that's what's going on. Anyway, my apple tree is happy like everything else here. Yeah. And I was discussing with Eva that I would have accepted if Jerry had joined another group, but it would have been dangerous for her. She is a domestic breed of turkey called a bronze-breasted turkey, and she is way heavier than a wild turkey. Wild turkeys can fly really good to evade coyotes and bears and wolves and all kinds of bad things. They fly really good, and they perch way up in trees to roost at night. And Jerry is defying the laws of physics and gravity and a bunch of other stuff when she gets off the ground. She's a big bird, George. She's twice your weight. Yeah, buddy, she'd kick your butt. You better be a good boy. Yeah. Anyway, we love Jerry, and we hope that she stays with us forever. But if someday she joins a group, that's what nature intends. Yeah. Just like Lucky and Lucy from the River House. Yes. I knew that eventually they would grow up and find boyfriends out on the river, and sure enough, they ended up migrating. Yep. And people are still asking, have you seen Lucky and Lucy? Yeah. George. Yep. Anyway. God bless y'all. George, Limu, Emu, and Timu were here first thing this morning. Yes. And yesterday, when I came back from the race, George was king of the jungle there, standing on his throne right by his frog. He loves that frog. Yeah, he was standing up there, and Limu, Emu, and Timu were all three standing right here talking to him. They're all buds. I think they want to be part of the crew, George. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, thoughts and prayers for all of our people. Yes, we love you guys too. Roy put a nice comment on the video that I made last night where I gave him a little bit of a shout out. He's a cancer survivor, and he had a message for all of you other people fighting it. Yeah, thank you, Roy. We love you too. Marie Shade, everybody. It's Shirley Schaefer, everybody that's fighting cancer. Colorado Chris, all of you guys, thank the Lord for every day we're given. You bet. George, you want to tell you I love you to everybody? Oh, buddy. The duckies have been in and out of that pond about a dozen times already this morning. Yeah, buddy. And I'm going to go watch some NASCAR at 2 o'clock my time. Yes, from Watkins Glen at the Cup Series. It was a good race yesterday. Congratulations again to Connor. Anyway. Love you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thoughts and prayers for everybody that needs them. You betcha. Remember to stay safe. Wash your flippers off and have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.